All right, today, what we're going to do, Miss Edwards will be here in a minute. We're going to do a little group activity again today. We're not getting any homework, I promised you that. Yesterday, we're not getting homework today. We're just going to do a few problems, and then if we have time at the end of class, we can discuss if you want to talk about, the assembly today. But here's what we're going to be doing. Each of you are in little pods, right? You're in little groups. There's about 4 groups in here, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to hand you 2 problems in each group. So each problem will get a certain number of problems. So there's a certain number of problems that are on your little slip. I have a little sticky note that I'm going to give you. Okay? What we'd like you to do is to have your book out, any form of the book, and to try to work those problems out. Just those that are on the little sticky note. That's all you have to do. It's like 2 problems. We're going to give you the paper to actually put on, so you won't need notebook paper or anything like that. But we'd like you to get to the point on those problems that you are proficient at them and you can explain them. But I will not ask you to come up here and do that. So I just want you to get to the point where you know it super well. Does that make sense? Okay, now, what have we been talking the last couple days? What's the polygon that we've been discussing? Say it again? A rectangle. This is the big thing. The properties that we're going to be using today have to deal with rectangles. Now remember, a rectangle is still a quad, so it still has certain properties that apply to quadrilaterals. It still has certain properties that apply to the subcategory, which is parallelograms. So they still have all of those properties. So keep that in mind. But you need to solve your specific problem and find the answer. You need to draw the pictures, label everything, have every amount of work. That if somebody were to walk in this room that has never seen your problem before, let's say like Miss Edwards, she's not even in the room, she can look at your paper and see exactly what your problem was and how you did it. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yes.
Okay, so you got to put enough information on the page. I'm going to provide you the paper for it. So here we go. I'll get you into groups and I'll move the camera here in a second. Let me hand out the problems you guys have. So group number 1, you guys have, let's go that one. That's good. Let's go, you guys have.
Should we rip out a piece of paper? Or do we do it on, or should we rip out a piece of paper?
No. I'll provide you paper. You don't need paper. So, all right, here you go. There's your 2 problems. So it gives you the page number you're on and the actual problems you're going to be working on. You have to work on both. Each person in your group will get a piece of paper. So it's not like you're going to have one person do it. So every person you can put your name on it, not your group, put your name on this piece of paper. Just a white, plain piece of paper here. So each one will have to draw it, solve it. You can do it together, work together. If you need calculators, it's fine. But again, do not be afraid to ask questions. I'll even, if you need some hints and tips, because there are certain groups in here, you'll need a hint or tip to try to figure it out if you can't see the shortcut for how to do it right away. Yep, so everyone's going to do it. You have to have the picture, all the work, and labels. That way if somebody walks in this room like Miss Edwards, she can look at your problem and go, oh, yeah, I know that problem, and I can see how you did it. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let me turn the camera.
On us?
Yep.
What?
Yes, on you guys. All right, work together.
That might feel awkward. Or I don't think this is okay.
Oh, I think this is a great idea.
I forgot how to do all of this work.
I'm just gonna.
Do not want to be.
Okay, so again, each group, you have your own problem. Remember, you're going to work together as your little pod, but each person has their own piece of paper. You're going to work out the problem where you draw the pictures, you do the entire problem out, and you're becoming, your expert at those 2 problems. Because every group in this room has their own. You have to be so good at the fact that you could explain it, but I'm not going to have you do that.
Thank God.
Again, if you have questions, do not be afraid to ask.
Allison, it relates to this picture.
Yeah, I know.
Were they just right here then?
They're up on the sun.
What do they even do?
What?
What do they even do? I really felt the difference.
That's right.
Where does this write?
Talk to your group. What do we got? What are you trying to find? EG. So you're finding the length of the stick. You're doing this one? So, yeah, E to G is that stick. So what do you know about the two pieces they gave you guys?
Do you have to add 5 to these? Like, do you have to put it back in the 5? Or is that not how that's works?
Please,
I mean, they should be the same.
yeah, so you said, cool, solved. You, hey, here's my question. You did it right,
We just solved
but your final answer isn't.
Oops.
But then, hey, you're in sync what you just asked me earlier about how to find EG, so, so you have to find EG, right?
So then we just do 6 and plus.
Hey, what I have a question.
Yeah, what do
Wait, what do you do?
Can I just
yeah, because why do we know this? Yeah, because what kind of shape is it?
a rectangle?
So those have to be, and remember, once you find that, then you gotta make sure you read the question, because it might have to use something else, like kind of certain length or blood back then or something.
Right, so now you can,
Okay.
I wish I had a different fifth period.
51.
I don't want to sit in English for 40 something.
We didn't do it.
We have classes 3 times. How long do you have? 10,
tomorrow when you go to, when you help someone else, it might be the same thing you did for
Yeah,
people. Don't just tell them.
you didn't.
But maybe you'd say like, maybe, so once I put that in there,
Where would you?
Then you
I
said-
saw
then
Susan
Brandon's
in
like,
our
oh,
notes,
it should
we were
be
like
cool.
right beginning of like.
But if you just
Well,
add
yeah,
such
it'd
your
be-
picture, sometimes you
We
just,
actually talked
like I have a
about
hard time
isosceles
reading it
back
and
in
seeing
the
it.
last
I mean,
I-
it works for me, that I need to draw
Chapter
everything out, because then it's easy for me to see, like, oh, that's in the corner, it has to
We
be.
had a lot of properties.
Are these the only problems we're doing?
Right. Yep.
Wait, how'd you do this plus 3? Oh.
At 10 o'clock, I stood up.
So what can you tell me about isosceles?
Two of them was.
What are two? Walls and? Angles. Two angles are the same, two walls are the same. So keep that in mind, that will help you on your problem. So each of these are isosceles.
I think there's like bad pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And see, now you're in a circle.
And Hayden does have like.
Okay, hey, if you are done with your problems, this white piece of paper, make sure your name is on it. You need to put it away for right now. If you're still working, keep it out.
The 2 eggs minus.
Wait, where did you put it?
So you can put this little white piece of paper away. Hopefully you have both problems written down so that you hopefully have enough information you can explain it if I ever ask you to. I'm not going to do that. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Now, put the little white piece of paper away. Here's the reason why. I'm going to move my camera here. Okay, so here's the reason why I'm having you do these 2 problems. Tomorrow, I'm going to pick one of the problems. So like this group had different problems than some of you guys had in your class. Like one of the problems is number 5. So what we might do tomorrow, and I'll kind of pick and choose, I might give the entire class problem number 5, just to do on paper, on this white piece of paper. You guys are going to be me tomorrow. And you're going to walk around the room and help people with it.
That would be a great word.
So, does that make sense? You don't have to stand in the front of the room, but you get to be Ward or Miss Edwards for the day and explain, help people out, see if they can solve it. Okay? You guys had different problems, right? They had number 10, let's say. Maybe I hand the whole group in this room number 10. And you guys are the experts. You walk around like what I was doing and Miss Edwards were doing to help people out. And you had to have the picture so you know how to explain to somebody. Okay? So, that way, you know what problems you have to be experts at. They're on your little piece of paper. So if you weren't great at them today, you have another night to look at it, see if you can get it down, so that you can help out people tomorrow. Does that make sense? Okay. First group, what problems do you guys have? Was it 5 and 6? What do you guys have?
5 and 6.
5 and 6, okay. Second group, what do you guys have? Was it 10 and 12? Or
Oh, we had 14 and 16.
14, 16? Okay, there we go. What problems do you guys have? Was it 11 and 13? Okay, alright. Okay, now, I know it seems a little funny that I just handed back that same slip of paper that you guys had earlier. The whole goal here is that I want to give you another minute or 2 to look back over those problems you did yesterday. So you might need to take out your Chromebook or your physical copy of the textbook if you have that, so that we can actually take a look at those problems one more time. So you need that white slip of paper out that you had yesterday. You should have your name on it, and you should have your 2 problems written on it. So like in this case, we had 11 and 13, or you had 5 and 6, or you had 10 and 11, or whatever it was. So we have some different groups have different problems. So make sure you have that white piece of paper. Take 2 to 3 minutes right now. Review the 2 problems you had. I'm not going to have you come to the front of the room and present. We're not doing that. I already warned you of that. But I want you to know your problems forward and backward, okay? So I'm gonna walk around the room. Ms. Edwards, you like to walk around the room? I wanna check your work, see if you truly understand the problem before we actually get started today. All right, here we go. Real quick here. All right, sorry. So you guys had certain walls were the poles, so like in the case you said certain walls and both each other, and you saw them, just make sure like they're not sure there's kind of parallel conditions in the buffers. Okay. Next one is so angles in the corners. Okay. So just if you want to ask for ones, just say that you know it's a right angle. You have right angles in the corners. And I'll explain it. Just look at your problems, see that you understand like the mechanics of what you're solving. Okay. Okay.
May I have your attention, please? The LaJames College of Mason City rep is here. If there is any junior or senior that wants to visit with her, please come to the office at this time.
Okay. On you guys' problem, you guys had, like the first one, you just had certain walls. So you went to that was really straightforward. Then there was the second one, that was way.
Didn't you realize you're coding how the Google answer?
So you can transfer to that was in the middle. Okay, that's huge that you need that. So if anyone asks me about that specific problem, just know that you should also size it. And also the same rate.
That is that sausage you told me.
Yeah, so that might be that. Okay, you guys had.
Did you like write this on a new note card?
Yeah, exact problem. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, your memory is a little bit flawed. All right.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna get this problems, just make sure you had, like certain. And then the other thing was on your first problem, you had certain walls and vertical. Okay, and that's what you did, so just make sure. Questions, you just kind of give tips and things, I'll explain, okay? And the last group, we already checked those. You guys had that tough problem in the beginning about needing to do on that problem. If people have questions, they watch that video. And or, you know, you can tips like just say hypothesis and things like that. And the second one, was not required to do the size of these triangles, so that was kind of what we're trying to do. All right, you guys ready to go? Someone, look it over one more time. Okay, everyone in the room, you need some form of a textbook. So if you have your Chromebook, take that out now so you can log into the website. You need to get your textbook. If you have a physical copy of a book, I know like Brandon here has it, that's fine. If you want a physical copy, I can give you a physical copy so you can kind of flip through the pages here, but I would recommend that you have your Chromebook out right now. I think that's the easiest that you need. Okay, now to explain what we're doing here today. You guys are your experts at your two problems. Every group in here had two different problems. Okay, they're different. You know, one group had 5 and 6, one group had 10 and 12, one group had 11 and 13, so on and so forth. What we're gonna do today is your group, we'll start with 5 and 6 here, because you guys had 5 and 6. You guys get to pick one of your problems right now. Pick one of them. And again, I'm not gonna have you come to the front, you're not gonna do that. So just pick one of the two that you have. So here's my 4 groups. I'm going to just draw this on the board. All right. So they had problems numbers 5 and number 6. Now, pick one of them.
5.
Number 5. All right. So the first group here, 546, or sorry, 426. 426. They picked number 5. What I'd like you to do in the room, everybody else other than this group is going to attempt to try number 5 on that white piece of paper. So, on your white piece of paper, open up your Chromebook, log in, go to 426. You're going to try number 5. You guys are going to act like me and Miss Edwards today. You're going to walk around the room and check everyone's, put little stars and help people out. So.
Yours call me Lord. Lord.
Alright, here you go. There's some pens. Huh?
I like how it
You
matches.
can have watch. You can wear mine. Pink today. I got one. Pink, purple. Oh, you got one. Alright. Don't give it away. Remember, just give hints like I would do to see if they can solve it. We can't move on until everyone's starving. Oof. and then we'll move on to the next group. So you guys can actually give them a little bit of time so they can write it down. You're doing page 426, number 5. And put on your white piece of paper. Remember, you have to show all work. You have to write down the problem that you're doing so that if somebody else were to walk in the room and look at your piece of paper, they would know exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it. Yeah, you can put it anywhere you want. You can put it on the same side that you did your other 2. Because we're gonna do at least 4 or 5 problems today. At least, minimum.
Yeah.
Travis, don't you just like,
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. Alright, I'll take my markers back. Thank you very much for those groups. Alright, second group. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah, good. Alright, second group now. It'll be on you guys. We're gonna go clockwise. What were your 2 problems you guys had?
Board, is this
Uh,
sticking out?
Yeah,
10 and
that's
12.
yours. So, what?
10 and
10 and 12. Alright, so we had number 10. We had number 12. Okay, these are the 2 they had. Pick one, please.
No, don't pick the hard one.
Pick either one. Which one do you think people will learn the most from? That's one you want to pick. 12. All right, here we go. All right. So on your white piece of paper again, you're going to move to a new spot. Find a new spot on your white piece of paper. So now everyone else, except for this group, because you guys already did it, you're going to attempt to try number 12 on page 426. Number 12. Okay, you guys can grab a marker here. You guys are going to be Miss Edwards and Miss Ward here. And I'm going to walk around the room and check everyone.
Got marker.
Okay.
Where do I get a marker from? Okay. Take this one. Okay.
struggling?
Because we have a lot of talking anymore.
That little slip of paper again is what, that's some light work that you still need to turn in. That's being by tomorrow if you're gonna.
Understood.
Yep. Good. Okay, I'm gonna hand out some papers here as you guys are working. Again, this stuff, if you got it perfect, it's fine, but if you wanna make any fixes, you can always turn in by tomorrow. This is stuff you guys just turned in.
Yeah.
Stop distracting me.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, Al.
Remember what I'm trying to do.
This is CC.
I'd suggest drawing it out. Draw the picture and film what you know. And then maybe you can find that triangle that Graham was talking about.
So this is 61, and this is 115. What? Isn't this one?
Yes, there's a right triangle. I mean, there's a right angle at corner A.
Not D, E, and D, and
Oh, so you have 65 to 65, which is 130, right? So this is 50. So what angle is it? Don't start here. CED.
Which angle is the 60? Little letter
Oh!
A, angle A. This whole thing is 90. This, right, this right here, the D, A, E, this right here.
Terrible start, you got it.
Thank you. That's- That's the deep one. Travis,
No, I'm just like,
Bless you.
concept.
Huh? Let's do it again.
you actually play a little bit. But 34.
Once?
Plus 65 equals 90.
Which one are we doing? We're doing number 12? So you're doing the angles, so CE.
Okay, so I read that in like,
That's the angle you're doing. No? Okay. Alright, so you're trying to
So
find
something
that
about
angle
that
right
triangle
there.
that
So
65
you
is in.
want to off this, okay? You have this angle right here, which I think is 65, right? Here's your little,
That triangle is
this
that.
triangle right here.
Wait,
It's
what
spelled.
am I doing?
Okay, yes,
Triangle
one.
is right here. What do we know about those triangles?
What
No,
do you know about these
this big
two?
triangle has
These
90.
other
I'm talking about this tiny one right here. Because there's a 65 right here.
Okay, the diagonals right.
But what type of triangle is that?
Two
On
sides
the
of the
right.
same in a triangle.
Dustin Moore.
So if it's isosceles, what can you tell me about isosceles?
Okay,
What's the definition of isosceles? Two sides are equal and two angles are equal. So if that angle is 65, what would the other one be? And then you go in this one because, and why is this angle helpful?
Then I took a tour.
Hi, my name is Ward. I'm trying out the cheap sodas.
They're delicious.
I like the concept of Fortnite, but I've never played it.
Kevin, why don't you gonna teach me how to play Fortnite? Where do you play video games?
Yeah.
Wait, which board are you talking to?
Xbox is
There's like 5 of them.
We have a place.
PS4.
Oh, come
What
on.
games do you
And I have a bunch of games on there.
What games do you
Hey,
Fortnite.
Ward.
Ward
Who's right?
plays Fortnite.
Woo!
Here, I'll start.
Okay.
Dustin needs to start.
Are you good? Kevin, do you?
Terrible start of the goal.
I'm gonna play it out. It'll be good.
Okay.
Kevin, how many hours of Fortnite do you play? Kevin, I have.
Dustin Moore.
Yes.
Or like how many?
Terrible start of the goal.
How about daily?
Brendan, are you done?
Yes.
Like,
No, here, I'll start.
depends.
It's so much he doesn't.
Probably like.
Not like anymore.
How long
Terrible
does it
start.
take for one to happen?
At all.
I hate signature.
Like, it depends how long you live, you know?
Okay, you guys all checked out?
Yeah.
Use Ward's
Check.
credit card.
We're good?
Oh,
Angles, two, which two?
little, what's the first letter? What's the first letter, Vanessa? Little Nita.
This one. This is 65.
What?
Wait,
Why
it's
would you
Anita.
use it? Because
But her
now you know
grandma's
that you
name is
can
also
find this
Anita.
mystery angle.
Vanessa.
And why is it helpful to
Yeah,
find
he's never good.
find the
I
other one?
definitely was gonna Google, but that was not using.
Vertical, this is the angle you're trying to find.
That's cute.
CEV.
Oh my God, look. Oh, little.
Do a little bit of math there, and see if you can figure it out. That's good.
Little, Anita.
Kevin found me on
Who's the famous author with that name?
What? William?
William, that's not something.
Isn't
you
Kevin
should-
who's like Brooks
What?
You were like shaking when you said it, you're like.
Yeah, I know, because I hate it.
I see Travis.
Yeah, you want to see me? It's Travis Scott. His real name is Scott.
Which one do you guys pick?
Oh,
Just so I got the 9.
well, that's me.
Alright, 14. We're good? Yeah, alright, good work. Alright, let's go, let's move on. Alright, so the third group now, we're almost done here today. Third group, they have chose, was it 14 again? Alright, they are choosing number 14. So, everyone in the room, you need to turn to page 426. Again, hopefully you're on it. You're gonna attempt number 14. Now, our two experts, our regional experts, Mr. Ward and Mrs. Edwards. Here you go. You want blue or red? What do you want? Oh, she's going for that real quick. Okay, give him a little bit of time to work. Try to give him some hints. Remember, you gotta think about how you learn the problem, what would be helpful, but don't give it away. Okay, reminder, the papers I hand back to you, if you want to make fixes, corrections, turn back in, you can always do that. Everything is due back by tomorrow. You guys know the drill. That was the last assignment on the quarter. That was the 407 we
Well,
did
we're
the
doing
other day.
16 instead.
No.
No, we did 14. They already started. Remember, try to label your questions, draw the pictures, make sure if somebody were to walk in this room, they can look at your paper and know instantly what you're doing and why you're doing it. It shouldn't just be answers, it should be actual work, or some form of it.
No, wait, that's right. And then,
Sam?
Very good.
I did it with my
Do you want a
brother.
star, circle, or square?
Kevin Ward.
I would like a
your
star.
assistant.
Oh, turtles.
Studs.
Alright, I'll just go with it.
Should we have them do?
Yeah, that would be correct, sir.
Alright,
Star, circle, or square?
You can just do,
Star.
you can just do 11 and tell them which one.
Thank you.
Wait, is it 1 or -1?
-10.
How did I get in there? I'm gonna grab that.
If you get a
Oh, wait,
negative,
okay, I don't know where I got the 5.
Correct.
if you get a negative, just.
Then we'll just sum up.
Just one little thing you can do. Okay. Yeah. Like when you like say the thing or something, it's like, congrats. Is that already everyone?
Now we got one.
Who? Oh,
Ward over here. Ward number 5 today.
Lord number 5.
All right, perfect. We got everyone? All right, excellent. All right, I'll take my marker back there.
That's my mind.
I'll take it.
Okay, perfect. Blue, red, very good.
Ward 17.
Actually, no, give me blue. We're gonna give me blue.
All right, boom. All right. Okay, final fourth group. I would like you to pick one of your rounds. You had 11 and 13.
11.
Number 11. All right, here you go. Number 11. So, same page, page 426. This is our last problem here. We're going to do number 11. It's our last problem of the day. Now, once you are done, make sure that my two assistants here are checking it over. You need to be starred. You need to have your name on this paper. You should already have that. And then you're going to turn it in, because this is the homework that I would have assigned you today. And now you're already done with it.
Oh, wow. We get 100% through.
And you already know you got it right.
Woo. So just go ahead on the next quarter. First quarter.
Next word. So first segment on the next word.
Ooh, that's great. Good job.
Step by step.
DB is equal to DB. There we go.
You click on this little green circle.
If you guys have the option of watching the video, you have the online version in front of you.
We don't want to do this.
Hey, which one of you is Ward? Okay, I don't know. Wow.
Neither of them.
Yeah.
Right triangle. What kind of formula could you do for a right triangle?
So the opposite square
Yeah,
is
well,
c squared.
There's some formulas.
So that would be equal to
There's a
b squared.
Oh.
You can do it with that, because that's what you're trying to find.
What should I
Trying to
do?
Okay, isn't that
No.
like A
Definitely.
squared?
My niece did that.
30 equals C squared?
Wait, what'd you say?
My niece did that.
Wait, what?
My niece died her.
Ooh.
Water it up, but that's what makes it water.
This blue. I should know.
Definitely.
Remember when Jaden was ginger? For the longest time.
Erica.
I need to follow it.
Ward.
Oh, what is this?
For your certificate, you don't have to check anybody. Go check.
I helped him.
What should I put it in?
What? You have the picture? You have the,
Nope.
you have the label? What is it?
Oh, I don't know.
What is that square for? That's supposed to be.
We're gonna suck her.
What?
It was like a wrestler or something.
What?
Okay, make sure everyone's starred. Once everyone's starred, we'll turn them in. Make sure your name's on it.
And trade home.
This would not seem right.
You're close. You're really close.
What do I do now?
Okay.
I have
I don't know
to
if I got
square
it.
this too.
Not,
We're from 40 to 80.
Oh, I guess.
is that 40 this time?
So this is our
Just the
homework for
letter
the
above
week,
it.
We
Ward?
have to square.
The 40 is the letter above it, so 40 is equal to c squared. And you have to solve for c.
Yeah. So square 40.
I did square 40.
No, square root.
Oh.
Because you have to solve for c, because c squared is equal to 40. Because you have it stacked right. You have actually
Yeah,
written
I
it.
know, it's crazy, actually.
Covenant.
Yeah. Once you're starred, make sure your name's on it, you can turn it in then.
You get it right?
Yes, sir.
I give up, sir. Please, sir. Sir, okay.
Yeah, just type in your
So that's-
Ah.
I'm just wondering.
Ah.
I didn't know how many dozen
Okay.
points.
Once you're done turning in, you just need your notes out after that, so, yes, please.
We still have a lot of time.
Yeah, we have like 12 minutes. We're gonna take a few notes, then we're done with it.
Okay,
Does everyone start?
I got you. Oh, you want me? Okay.
Yeah, start.
Here, Lord.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for all the backwards periods.
Okay, thanks.
Scott.
This is Edward. Do we get this in?
Yes, hey, if you starred, put your name on that white piece of paper, you need to turn it in, please. Because that's gonna be your homework score. Make sure you get those turned in. I do need your little cards, the little sticky notes.
I got mine started.
Why do I get an email about the New York thing?
That's so weird. So weird.
Okay, Kevin, go sit, please.
The real
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
The real world.
The real one.
116.
The real one.
All right,
The real.
okay, hey, if you have not already, make sure that white piece of paper has your name on it. You're turning it in, because that is your homework grade. Make sure you get that turned in. I think I got a couple people left that need to do that. And then we're gonna do a few notes, so you just need to have your notes out.